You know what's funny is that it says live. Like we should just put like not really live.
But it is live.
Well, I mean when we're doing it, but then it's not like when someone comes along and sees it or something, right?
Well, it was at the time.
Hey, your stupid guest quit on us today.
Oh, what? It was not my fault. So we were
Mm.
going to talk to an author who now will not be named, who came to us from a very reliable outfit
Who wrote a very bad
and
book?
yet canceled at the last minute. So we were
No
like,
one likes
well,
the book.
forget it.
It's a
So,
very bad book. So we're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna talk about AI. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna play the game One Gonna Go. Maybe we'll make a link for people to join the
one gotta
thing.
go. One
One
gotta go
Gonna
is great.
Go. And Kerry's gonna sing today. Backpack Show.
Nobody
Look right
cleared
at.
any singing event with me.
You're gonna sing.
Is
I
that where
look
your
right at
plan ends?
Mistress Harley's butt
What?
and boobs.
Wait, Mistress Harley, she was the financial dominatrix.
She was the financial dominatrix. I looked right at
Because,
her boobs this time.
well, can you avoid them? But Mistress Montana is the regular kind of dominatrix who has multiple dungeons. Mistress Harley doesn't even have a dungeon. She does it all from home, and it's like, you're not getting that close to me. We're not gonna share a dungeon. I'm definitely not gonna touch you.
She's a riot. I really adore her. Hey, look at that! It's my biological mother, Diane Brody.
Stop it.
Because
It's
Dad
like,
didn't say. Dad's probably still asleep, isn't he? I think he's sleeping. Mom, give it up. Tell Dad. Tell me that. Oh, there
he's
he is.
right there.
I thought he was sleeping.
Nice to your poor dad.
Wordle partner.
Yesterday was National Coffee Day. I hope he went to Dunkin' Donuts and got a free coffee.
My dad likes the worst coffee you could find anywhere, so he'd probably go by like 7-Eleven or something.
Uh-uh.
No, for real. He said many times that he does not like fancy pants coffee. I'd like to
Well, I
know
mean, I
who
don't
in
like
the
fancy
audience.
pants coffee either, but I like good coffee.
Yeah,
You could get like good coffee at McDonald's. It's fine. I'm not snotty about it.
I
As
get
long as
you.
it's good.
You know what? I could do this. Hang on. I was having a little trouble because I was going to make a link.
Hi,
Jane
Jane.
is here. This is banner day already.
So, yeah, so our guest who is going to talk about enlightenment is not here. So, we're not going to be enlightened. Instead, we're going to play some games and talk about some stuff. So, one of the games that we played during the pandemic was One Gotta Go, where they list 4 things and one of them's got to go. And so you decide which of them it is. And what's funny is nobody all agrees like right out of the gate. And you don't have to, but it's fun to hear their justification for their
Oh,
their reasoning. So
right, right. Dunk.
see,
Here we
now
go again.
Carl, Dunkin' Donuts used to have good coffee. Now I feel like all their flavors are chemically. So
Well, I just get
disappointing.
the plain, so I wouldn't know. I see. I'm
McDonald's
a
coffee is
McDonald's person.
amazing,
See,
says Chloe. I do Starbucks
Chloe,
because
who
at least
is
it's consistent, but it's not like I'm not saying it's the best by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, yesterday was also beer drinking day. How did I miss that?
I
Hi,
drank
John.
a beer for lunch yesterday. That's so interesting. I don't usually ever drink beer anymore, and I had a beer for lunch.
You did?
Yeah,
I
because I
thought
was having
martinis
chili.
were your
I thought
lunch
chili
drink.
was good. Yeah, well, martinis,
Joel, if you want to make my coffee, I'll give you
gin and
$5.95.
tonic. You know what I've been buying for coffee? I wish I was selling this, but I'm not. There's a company brand. There's a brand called Cometeer, like Comet, like Haley's Comet,
Oh,
EER,
right.
Cometeer. And I got turned on to it by our chief revenue officer, Bob Nicholson, and he was trying to get us all to buy some because he would get free coffee if we bought his coffee. And we're like, yeah, dude, we'll get you free coffee. And it turns out it's delicious. It's frozen, so you kind of make it yourself. It's like looks like a K cup, but you
Like a
put it
coffee
like a
sickle?
like a coffee sickle, and you just toss it into the cup. Leslie, that's hilarious. Not only is that hilarious, but I went to Barnes and Noble in Newington, New Hampshire yesterday, and I saw these 2 ladies walking across the parking lot towards the door. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Leslie and any one of her family," because they were Leslie sized. So yeah, Cometeer coffee. It comes out to about $2 a cup, and it is astounding. So we
So
had
what do
some
you do?
things we were
You
going to
put
talk
it in
about.
like an ice cube and then
No, it comes
what?
in an ice cube. So it comes like almost like a K cup. And so I take a pint of I take a pint ball jar, fill it full of water, throw it in the nuke for 3 minutes. Comes out bubbling hot. And
Thank you. I don't know what
thank
hot
you.
looks like.
It was a demo. And I dip the little cube thing into the pot, and it pops out, goes, "Hey, I'm moist now," and then it like immediately dissolves into the coffee, and so
Okay.
you just kind of let it sit for a minute or two because you don't want to burn your face off.
Right. That would be
Or
a
if you're
problem.
me, you chuck it in the fridge and forget about it for 3 hours, and you come back to a really nice iced coffee, which I
Wow.
have every morning
It's very
in my
involved.
Perkins School for the Blind access thing. Well, no,
Love it.
it's
Does that
that's
braille
how coffee
actually
is
is
made.
that actually raised? I mean, it would be sucky if it
It's
wasn't.
it's the opposite. I wonder if there could
Shut
be
up. Oh, it's
no,
in?
it's in. So, like, I wonder if it's the opposite. Like, I wonder if you could
Oh,
read it still.
it has to
There
be readable. It would really suck if it wasn't for blind people who want coffee.
I wish that every time they put braille next to regular text signs, I wish they would put funny jokes like, fucking seeing people, like that kind of thing.
I sort of
Oh,
wonder,
Black
and
Rifle.
this
I
is
know Black Rifle.
oh, yeah, Joel mentioned Black Rifle Coffee. I wonder, how they know where the signs are, unless there's, like, because I don't know, not having had to rely on them, if there's, like, a uniform kinda place to put them or not, because it would be really frustrating if not.
Yeah.
So Carl says ground coffee at Aldi, super cheap. I'm not a
Oh,
coffee
sure.
expert, so it's perfect. Well, like, you don't wanna try really good coffee because then you might realize.
Right.
So,
Well,
if
that's
you're
what my dad
happy,
said.
then it's
My
good
parents
coffee.
You're right. My parents had a plan all the way along though that they wanted like the sort of like easiest to get no matter where coffee. So that was kind of their thing.
Coach Woodard says, "No, you didn't know what bubbling hot was like." Like, I needed the demo, and Leslie does go to Barnes& and Noble, so you never know.
Could have been her.
You never know.
Too
So,
bad it wasn't.
you found some pretty interesting AI stuff yesterday, like, you were making art.
Oh.
What
Okay,
was
so it's
that
finally
thing?
open to the public. There's a
Okay.
thing called I think it's called Dolly, like Salvador Dali, but it's spelled Dalle. I've got
Like
a screen.
WALL-E? Like the Disney movie?
No, but it could be like Disney. It could be Disney plus Salvador Dali, right? So I'm gonna stick a screen share up so you can see it. Do you guys see my
Okay.
screen now?
Mhm.
Now I have to tell you something terrible. So I signed up for free. Anyone can sign up for
Terrible.
free. It's at labs.openai.com.
'Kay.
And so what you do is you just type into this little bar and it'll make anything. So this one here just said a photo of a white fur monster standing in a purple room. And this
And
one
that's what
said,
it came up with?
yeah, an armchair in the shape of an avocado. Now it gets really crazy. Watch this. An oil painting by Matisse of a humanoid robot playing chess.
Okay. So it's gonna
This one
render something
says,
that looks like Matisse did it? Oh my gosh,
yeah,
it does.
yeah.
Hmm.
So this says a 3D render of a cute tropical fish in an aquarium on a dark blue background, digital art. So you
If
could
I
get
may be
really
persnickety, that is a fishbowl. That is not an aquarium.
oh well, that's true. That's true. But again, it's AI,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be imperfect. But I want to show you how
Mhm.
fast this goes. Um
So this is
uh
you enter whatever you want, and it makes art, like, based on what you said.
Man in
That's what it
his
is.
late fifties in Mexico, sitting on a patio drinking coffee
Okay.
in oil pastels. Okay, ready? I hit generate.
Oil
Watch.
pastels will really make your coffee taste bad.
Let's
So
watch.
this is what it's doing now, it's coming up with something, just gonna whip
Hmm.
something up. Okay.
And you saw me type it. You saw how fast this is showing
Okay.
it. Boom, there's
What's the
Coach.
link again?
Labs.openai.com.
There's also this one. Does that look like the openai.com/d?
You you can do that as well, but
Okay.
what my screen says in front of me right now is labs.openai.com, and I'm on the
Alright.
URL, so I don't know.
Alright, fussy.
Call me fussy,
Do
but
frequently.
so it is.
Labs.openai.com.
But look at the fact. Okay, that it's all right. Let me zoom in on any old one of them. I don't think they did a great job of Coach Woodard because I didn't describe him very well. But
Oh.
it's got
Well,
some of
you
my
didn't
old ones.
specify. You failed to specify that it was Coach Woodard.
Yeah, it's got some of my old ones. So I did really quick. I did do me an oil painting of Owen Wilson. That's all I typed. Oil painting of Owen Wilson.
Well, okay, so it's like ballpark, but it's not
Yeah,
perfect.
well, I mean, because it's an AI.
Right, but
He's
no,
doing
but
his
he's
best
got so much stuff out there. You would think it could find plenty of stuff
because
to
it's
draw
not
from.
photorealistic. So then I said, do Ralph Steadman style drawing of Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
And I did that
Oh,
because I messed up. So Ralph Steadman's known for like ink and weird stuff spitting off the edges. But I originally wrote Ralph Steadman drawing Winnie the Pooh
and it did that.
and said, sure, I got you, fam.
Oh, that's
And
great.
then this one I was trying for something really spooky because did I send you that the AI story of the guy who started suddenly getting this crazy scary woman showing up in all the things?
No,
Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. I wrote a disturbed old man's charcoal art drawing of a stranger hiding in his bedroom closet.
that and an AI did that. Just threw that together. That's
Yep.
wild.
Yeah. Well, because I tried different things too. I was like an airbrush painting of a girl eating sushi in Tokyo from the outside of a shop in the rain with neon
Wait,
signs in
all right,
Japanese,
but
provided
now
no
I
one
have
was listening.
questions. Like, whose intellectual property is this? Because you've got the people who programmed the AI, but you've also got like Matisse, if you're using that style, and you've got
Right.
your input on what he should be drawing, and there's lots of questions.
There could be some legal stuff. I did a child's pencil sketch of a monster with six eyes and long bloody claws jumping up from under the bed.
Yikes. Yes, that kid should talk to someone. So if you were a company and you wanted to just like whip up some art for your stuff, you could use something like this, but
I
then
could.
there's questions about who owns that intellectual property.
Yeah.
I'd be worried about that.
Yeah.
Unless
I
it
mean,
says it's really
there's
cool.
some definitely interesting things to take a look at. But for Carol, for instance, so who does art for a living, well,
Yeah.
art as a tool to help understanding. It's not really fair to say it's art. It's not like sitting around, on a street drawing paintings. That's
Right. Well, Carol's
insanity.
asking, can she use these any way we want legally? I would say
You
it's
don't know.
still, yeah, I wouldn't like it's still up in the air. Unless you created it, I wouldn't use it. Unless you
Yeah.
have written permission from the person you know created a thing, I don't use it
I wonder
because
if
I'm
I could
paranoid.
find. I mean, I was going all over the place. I tried to
Yeah,
recreate
Kathy
Carrie.
says, "You have quite the imagination."
Yeah, I tried to recreate Carrie. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you this one. Hang on.
That's fine. Well, thankfully, it's just a picture, so I didn't have to worry about what you might think I would say or like, "Oh, they know that's not bad." That's like who would play me in the Lifetime movie
Yeah, yeah.
of my
This one I
life.
thought especially, is close enough.
Attitude-y. It's close enough.
Yeah, she
She
looked,
can replace me when you get tired of me arguing with you.
yes. Stop it. Rah, 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 rah.
The Backpack
Uh,
Show with Chris Brogan and somebody else.
just myself. Um, just me forever. I even
That's
said I
cool.
wanted a modern art oil painting of 20 different shades of blue with a green smudge in the lower left corner. Now,
That's
evidently, AI
very
doesn't know
specific.
left. Yeah.
Well, it's like its own left. That's interesting because the AI from in there looking out at you that would
Oh,
be
that's
like its
terrifying.
own left.
That's terrifying. Hey,
You know, like
Kathy,
how you
good to
always
see you,
hang the
by the way.
American flag with the stars on its own right, on the flag's own right.
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 So anyway,
So
I think
go
it's
check
cool.
that out. But
I think it's
there's a
cool
limited number of ones that you get to try for free.
for free per
So
month.
right.
Hi, Kate. But
So
I went ape on it. Like I was like, I went down so many rabbit holes.
you
Like I
went
was
on a
trying to get it to
binge.
describe. Well, because I was thinking, how do I describe me, for instance? And the first several examples, I said, a fat guy, age 52, blah blah blah, and it was like super fat. I was like, not that fat, machine. Throttle it back a
You're like
few burgers.
a curvy man.
Yeah, so that I start using adjectives like chunky, and it's like, nope.
Carl says, seems like a great way to create photos for a fake social media profile. Not that I recommend that. Way better than Max Headroom. There's tons of bots, actually. You've been having some problems with bots, and I still can't quite figure that. Like, that there's nothing Twitter can do about it. You know, they could figure out all these spam comments are coming from like the same person using 100 bots and they can't fix it.
Yeah. But I'm not really anybody, right? Like I'm just a guy who's been verified since 2007 with 321,000 followers. Not that they should, and I pay for Twitter Blue. Not that they should follow my opinion when I at message them 80, 100 times.
Hey, if you're going to be out there being like, I'm not a social media expert, stop saying I'm a social media expert, then shut up. But they don't treat you like a social media expert.
Son of a bitch. We got to get Fanzo or one of those new kids.
That's right. Yeah. But so it's annoying. So every time you post anything at all, there's unrelated replies about some dumbassy crypto thing with a
Hmm.
link,
Hmm.
and it's always from a
It's
bot. And I'm just surprised
yeah.
that Twitter can't just like hit a button somewhere and blow up all the bot accounts that are linked, to the same IP or something like just.
So what
But
we're
they
doing accidentally a
don't.
little is we're conflating bots and AI, which are two
Well,
different things. So a bot's just a really small simple script. But one thing I would say though is that so like for instance, this is lately.ai. Now I had an account
mhm.
on there for a little bit. It's really interesting because I said to it, take an episode of the Backpack Show and make me some clips. And I
Yep.
had to do a little bit of tuning, a little bit of training, a little bit of learning. And if I had the time, like if this was all I did was the Backpack Show,
Mhm.
this tool would have worked great. But this thing, as far as coming up with text, for instance, if you wanted to write your blog posts for you and things like that, it's impressive. We had Kate on here, right? Kate
Yeah,
Bradley
yeah, we
Ernest.
did.
Yep.
Mhm. She's
Who's
still
like in her
looking
spare
for
time a
funding too,
DJ.
so
Yeah. Yeah. So and Meta, good old Zuck decided he was going to get some bots going. So some AI, I mean, going. He's got basically Dolly for video, which Joel points out on Product Hunt. So, oh, sorry.
stop
I
touching
touched.
my buttons. I have one job on this show. It's stupid. I'm gonna do it.
I wish I could. I wish I could ask. I only have 7 left. I feel like I'm like down with my wishes. I wanted to ask Dolly Sigourney Weaver at Galaxy Quest.
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh. Loved her. Yeah, but you'd have to make it weird, like
a
she's an
Lego.
artist.
Oh, can it draw Lego? Okay, hang
All
on.
right, so now you have to do it.
Let's go back.
Yeah,
Let's
you're gonna
go
have to do it
back.
now. Okay.
All
Bring it up.
right, all right, all right. Hang on. I'm just setting up my stage here. Okay,
Can
so
they?
I'm
I
on
bet it
Dolly.
can. I bet it can.
Sigourney Weaver in Galaxy Quest, rendered in Lego.
Okay, you're being pretty specific. That's good. That's like you'd be really good at making wishes if you found a lamp and rubbed it and a genie came out.
I rub my lamp every day, and all my
No genie.
no wishes.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, it's really
minifig.
good.
That's
Look at the
pretty good.
jawline. Wow,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
good. Hmm.
I'd give it. I would say that's close. I would say I don't know if you'd guess Sigourney Weaver in Galaxy Quest, but
Hmm.
hmm.
No, maybe not. But I mean, when you know what it's supposed to be, it looks better than that Barbie of Belle from the live action Beauty and the Beast turned out. The one that was supposed to look like Emma Watson and looked horrible. This is way better than that.
Okay. So
Oh,
now I'm
that's
gonna do it a little
good.
different. Instead of making a minifig, I'm gonna do Jack Black portrait in Lego bricks.
You're gonna run out.
I'm gonna have to pay because you could pay after you use them all up.
Oh. I do that with audiobooks, like, on Audible, which is
Mhm.
stupid because I know I could just, like, go to the library and download the Audible
Look at
book
that.
for free.
That's pretty good.
That's Jack Black for sure. Look at those eyebrows. Nice. I wonder if you have to specify time period, though, because he's a little bit older now,
Oh, that's true.
like, he has more gray hair and stuff. Anyway, you gotta go
2022
check this
Gemini.
out. But as for using it for any commercial
Sorry.
purpose, I wouldn't at this point because it's just too sketchy. That's the lawyer in me. I'm really paranoid.
Yeah. Oh, Kate, of course. Kate obviously has an interesting spin on it because she's Kate. I went to Tampa Bay Dow and we did a next word game. That's one of those like someone says a word, someone says a word, someone says a word, and then they put that through AI.
Right. Oh, and so from
Um,
Product Hunt today, Dolly for video, but Carol wants to know, is it searching for existing artwork or building on the fly?
on the fly,
But it's
on
it's
the fly.
definitely combining elements of things it comes across. Like,
Yes,
that's how it's
yes. Because that's how it learns. It's not. It's
Mhm.
not like I think I'll discover oil paint right now.
That's so
It has a
interesting.
huge. Oh, so all AI. That's actually a good question, Carol, because that's a way to talk about AI as well. People get AI kind of really confused in a lot of ways. Artificial intelligence is taking massive data sets and doing something useful with them fast. That's the
Like
trick.
Christopher Penn does, but faster.
Christopher Penn does that. Yeah. So he'll take huge data sets. For instance, every tweet that comes out of a certain global proximity, like a conference, and he'll say, I want to run this through all kinds of analysis for sentiment.
Mhm.
Sentiment is one AI function. So just like by the way, everyone's like, oh, I can't wait to use AI. Use it every day. Your phone auto corrects your words. That's AI. It says, I'm pretty sure you didn't mean to type TO. You probably meant to type TOO, and then you send it, and it goes, and the other person goes, "You don't even know how to use TL," because half the time it's wrong.
It is wrong. It's very aggressive too. Or replace words
Hi, Mike
altogether.
McAllen.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Are you even guessing? Like, are you
right.
even looking at the rest of the sentence when you do that?"
Yeah,
I'd be
and
like,
no
"No."
one in the history of humankind has ever wanted to call somebody a ducking idiot.
No.
Yeah.
Not unless they were in a dangerous situation they shouldn't have been in, and now they have to duck, then
Duck.
they're a ducking idiot.
So AI has so many features and functions and so many great opportunities, but it all comes from learning from a massive data set and how fast and useful can I extract and make the information. That's the thing. So I'll give you an example from the company where you and I work. We bought a time tracking application called 7Pace. And what 7Pace time tracker does, which is different than other time tracking, is if you're it's for software developers right now. So for instance, if you're a software developer and you go into your development environment, you start typing away and putting some code in, and I don't know, comma, backslash question mark or whatever code is. As you're doing that, time tracker just goes, oh, he's coding right now, or she's coding right now. And then if you go over to GitHub and you're going to log that code in, or you're going to add some notes to the repository and say, hey, I tried this, it didn't work either. What else can we do? Oh, he's doing work related to his thing. So time tracker does that all without filling out any forms or whatever. So you don't have to hand in any forms to the boss. You're just doing it. So that's cool, right?
Coach Woodard says AI is more artificial than intelligent. In
Well,
some
right. I
cases.
mean,
That was in
it's
relation to the
it's
texting, not the time tracking, I think.
it's oh, see, Dad's gonna, here it is. I'm like, there goes my last wish. Watch this. Uh Pixel art of a weird man boy
Weird man
with
boy.
100 knives.
But what is it? What? See, what does it think
That's
weird? I know, but what does it think weird is? Like, what's it
my
gonna
brother.
think? That's what you
It-
think weird
It's
is.
gonna be a flawless photo of my brother Tom. He's there. He is.
Oh, okay.
Tommy Scissorhands.
I don't know if it's weird. I don't.
Yeah, he looks pretty mainstream right there. I mean, that looks weird. He looks, I wouldn't want to meet him in a closet.
It looks like he just cut his own head off because the shirt is white. So
Yeah,
it's weird,
pixel art
but
really
he's
doesn't
still
leave a lot
smiling.
to
Yeah.
be imagined. Yeah.
Well,
All right, we got to
anyway, it's
stop
fun
with
to play
OpenAI.
with. You're gonna lose all your free turns.
I think that was my next to last turn. So
Did you already lose it?
for science?
Do you want to play a little one gotta go?
Let's do it. One got to go.
All right. So there is a game called One Gotta Go. You can find it at onegottago.com. The rules are simple. They list 4 things. One of them has to go. So let's try one. We've done it once before on the show, I think. One of these has to go. Look, we're over here. Billie
Right.
Jean, Thriller, Man in the Mirror, or Rock With You. One of those has to go bye-bye. So which one's it going to be? I feel like you can't touch Billie Jean. That has to stay.
It has to stay. So does
Mhm.
Thriller to me.
It's a good video.
You're killing old Michael Jackson if you kill Rock With You.
Man in the Mirror.
I think it's Man
It's
in the Mirror.
kind of preachy anyway.
Yeah. Take a look at your face.
Yeah, see Leslie's Man in the Mirror.
Make that change. Yeah.
Oh, Kate. Kate would get rid of Rock With You. But Jane agrees with you, me, and Leslie. Man in the Mirror. Let's get rid of Man in the Mirror. So that's the game. One's got to go. And you'll see it's pretty easy. So, and you learn a little something about people when you do it. Here's another one. Different songs. They're not all songs. Hey Jude, Smells Like Teen Spirit, No Woman, No Cry, or Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. One of these has got to go. Which one's going to be for you? And Carol loves Man in the Mirror.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got their thing. Oh, Carl, No Woman, No Cry. I can't.
Racist.
No, I just love that one. John Wall would have got rid of Billie Jean. What's the matter with you?
Oh, you went right for it.
No, that's it. We're done. Where was PYT? See, that would have been everybody's obvious choice, John, so they couldn't put that on the list. Oh, your dad has an off-topic comment. When a niece asked your mother where the boogeyman was, she would say the closet.
Oh,
I guess that's weird. So I feel like Smells Like Teen Spirit kind of changed music, so I would probably leave that. No Woman, No Cry, I love.
Yeah.
So for me, it either has to be Hey Jude or Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. A lot of
Oh,
movie
Carl's
scenes
answer was for the first one. I see.
a lot of movie scenes I really like involve sitting on the dock of the bay, so I feel like I have to leave that one. So I guess Hey Jude's
Oh.
going bye-bye. I don't know. Your dad doesn't want it either. It's a brain worm.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, Carol likes No Woman, No Cry. John is laughing because we're no longer friends. He's off my
Yeah, it's over. We're done.
list.
I just watched a bunch of clips of the Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins, Foo Fighter thing where he got all the famous people to come and play songs with him and stuff like that. There are some amazing standout performances. Rush was there, and Dave Grohl actually drumming for Rush was intense. The other one that was it's ridiculous. Wolf Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen's really happy, cheery son. Can play all of like Eddie Van Halen's parts like he's Eddie. I mean, close enough. Like he's old Eddie anyway.
Leslie says, hard choice, but I go
Oh.
with A because there's better Beatles songs.
Oh,
Kate
she
says
turned
B
it on
because
its
I don't
nose
know
here.
it. Kate, you have heard it, I
Oh.
promise. You just can't
Hey.
you can't understand the words because nobody can.
I got to back out for a second. Do what you're doing.
So I like this. Hold on. Now that I'm all by myself, I'm going to take this thing down so I'm not like. There we go. So this is a good one, Joel. Zuck, Elon, Peter Thiel, or Sir Richard Branson's got to go. I couldn't say Sir Richard Branson because somebody would get fussy at me. Somebody who was on the show normally. Oh, man, this is tough. I'd probably get rid of Zuckerberg because I'm not convinced Facebook was a good thing for everybody. So I feel like I'll get rid of Zuckerberg. Let's see if anybody else has any ideas. What do you think? Zuck is kind of crazy. Yeah, I guess that's true. Thanks for letting us know about this game. So it's called One Gotta Go. It's really fun. It's not as loaded as Loaded Questions. Loaded Questions is a lot of fun when you know people a little bit beforehand, like, or they're willing to answer some kind of difficult things. This is super easy, low stakes. There are political ones like in there, but you don't have to answer them. Wolfgang needs to go on tour with Sammy Hagar and Mikey. Zuck is the one who's got to go. You know what? I think so too. I don't know. I would. I think like as a net positive or negative, I feel like Facebook was negative. I don't know. It might just be me. All right, try this. I'm going to hide over behind this thing. Politicians, surgeons, janitors, or dentists, who do get rid of? We for sure need janitors. Need janitors. I got rid of politicians. How about you? Who's got to go? Politicians for me. All right. Oh, Zuck is gone. Nobody likes Zuck. That's too bad for him. All right. Now, who's it going to be? Politicians, surgeons, janitors, or dentists? One got to go. Leslie and I agree. Politicians. Oh, Coach Woodard, dentist has to go. But what if you need something? If you need a dentist? Politicians govern. Do they, Carol? Do they? If we didn't have politicians, what would he have instead? Monarch, I guess. I don't know. People voting, everybody voting for every single thing. Surgeons, oof. But Joel, if you need something removed or fixed, who's going to do it? I guess maybe you could go to a veterinarian. Like they have some transferable skills. Politicians, one-term limits, no bennies. Well, so it's like jury duty. I feel like that's how it was originally supposed to be. Jane popping back to the question of which like tech guy needs to go. Zuck has lost 70 billion this year. I want to see him lose the rest. I don't even know if he would care. I don't know. Joel says I'll use YouTube and learn surgery myself, but then you'll be a surgeon and you'll disappear. I don't know how metaphysical this game is, but it would make me nervous. Chloe almost wanted to get rid of dentists, but the toothaches are the worst. What if we all cleaned up after ourselves and went without janitors? Oh, Carol, to dream, to dream. We both know that like you and me would end up cleaning or something, and like nobody else would do it. They would just pretend that that cup they put in the sink wasn't theirs. That's what happens. Janitors can perform surgery. I don't see why they couldn't. Surgeons and dentists going could give way to a whole DIY industry. Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, there's a problem of trying to do surgery on yourself when you're in pain. So let's not forget. All right, let's try this. This is an easy one for me. Skittles, Nerds, Starbursts, or Airheads. One's got to go. What's going to go? For me, it's Nerds because they have some, is it carnauba wax? They have some kind of thing in them that's also used in furniture wax. So I'm like, don't want that in my face. Let's see. What else do you want? Well, Skittles, I don't know. Skittles is really sugary. Nerds have wax in them. Starbursts are really chewy, but I like them. I've never been into Airheads. Are those sour? Because if you like sour, those have to stay. I'd get rid of Nerds because like what's in them is bad. I feel like Carol says Skittles. Joel says D. I don't even know what they are. So you won't miss them, like Airheads. But there's no chocolate on this list. And I think that's on purpose because if they picked things that were wildly different, it'd be really hard to make the choice. Oh, John Wall, try to get back in my good graces, getting rid of Nerds. Oh, Carl says if all candy could disappear, I'd be fine with it. It would be good for me if all candy disappeared, but I would be upset because like I like candy. I like it. Nerds, if I could really get all of them. Carl, I need candy. Halloween would be so boring without candy. And Carl says, yes, I used to work for the candy industry. I didn't know that. I am glad I didn't work for the candy industry. Oh, Pony Fantasy, No Diggity, or Real Love. Which one would you get rid of? I love Pony. I got to keep that one. No Diggity is kind of iconic. I guess I'd get rid of Fantasy. I don't know. I don't have like a strong opinion about this one the way I did about Candy. It's not as worried about it. Carl, why do you hate America? Because he said that candy should disappear. And John Wall says this was the crap candy with nothing organic in it list. That's so freaking true. So I don't know. I don't have like super strong opinions about this one. So let's try a different one. Okay, this is a good one. One gotta go. Jim Carrey filmography. So every movie he's ever been in. Ben Stiller filmography. Steve Carell filmography. Or Seth Rogen filmography. One of these things has to go. Which one's it going to be? I don't know if I can pick. Let me think. Yeah, Carl didn't know. Those are all songs, Carl. That's the thing. That's why I didn't have like really strong opinions about them either. But Pony was in Magic Mike. So ask any women in your life if they're interested in Magic Mike. They'll have they can tell you the song Pony. So okay. So Jane says Ben Stiller's filmography has to go. There's some good ones in there, but I feel like you're probably right. Carol's fine to get rid of all of them. I love Jim Carrey movies. Like I know it's a bit much, but they were fun. Oh, Carl, no Candy and no Carrey. You just hate things that start with C. Carol says she agrees with Jane. And Stephen Brogan is saying goodbye to Seth Rogen. I think I have to agree. If somebody here's got to go, for me, it's Seth Rogen. Because there are some Ben Stiller movies I actually really like. And Jim Carrey is, I don't know, I would miss like Ace Ventura and some of the earlier stuff. So I don't know. Well, if you're looking for this game, it's awesome. It's really fun if you're playing with people you don't know that well. OneGottaGo.com. Go and check it out. I don't know what happened to my co-host, but I'm going to tell you a story about my Uncle Phil. So my Uncle Phil was terrible to play games with because he wanted to win. He refused to like in this situation, he would have insisted whatever I picked was wrong. Even if he didn't know any of those songs either, he wouldn't have cared. So the thing isn't for him about enjoying the game with your niece or something. It's about winning. And so this one time, I mean, I was like 6 years old, you guys. And this one time he ended up